Hi, it's Jess here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. So today I'm bringing you a little handbag that I made for a new annual catalogue blog hop. So I've made a little bag. Now this is my little prototype, which I've done with Granny Apple Green. I'm going to remake it in one of the new in colours, and you might remember this that I made last year to show off the new in colours. So I kind of made it again, but I have used new products on it to sort of give it a different look. So these are the lovely, oh, get it then, the lovely tailor-made tags. I'm looking on the back there, and I've pulled the doodah out with there. Yeah, tailor-made tags. Love them. Absolutely love them. Obviously, with me doing my junk journals, they're perfect. But I just thought that was a lovely shape, and I've used that for the fold over. These were the circle dies, and of course we haven't got this anymore. So I have used the lovely, new to me, pierced bloom dies. So I bought these once I saw that they were going in the annual catalogue. I bought them, so I'm using this little die from it there for the flower, which is just perfect, and the stitching goes really well with the stitching around the tag, so that's why I went for that. Put that back up on my display there. So what do we need? We need some DSP. So I've got here the new in colour 6x6 designer series paper. So I love these. I always buy these so that you get you know, it's quite handy to have these sort of single colour bits of DSP. So they're double-sided, so you get 4 different patterns, and you get 4 sheets of, no, you get 8 sheets of each. 5 8 is 40, yeah. So I'm going to make this handbag, I think, out of that one. I'm going to make it a pink handbag. It's a polished pink even, and I think that pattern on there would go really nice with the flower. So we need 4 inches by 3 7/8. So we'll cut down there at 4 inches. So that's handy for a card, by 3 7/8. So not quite a square. Not quite a square. And then may as well use this instead of my scoreboard, as I've got it out. So we are going to score on the short side, which this is. We're going to score 1 inch from each end. So I'm going up there to the inch mark and score. And then I'm going to flip it and score again at 1 inch. And then on the long side, we're going to go to 1.5. So I'm going to go to this side, so I can see it better. And then this side, 1.5. So that is that bit done. Oh, that's obviously from another project that I had a little strip. So we're just going to fold and burnish these score lines. There we go, and then we're just going to, these little squares here, we're going to cut up straight and then notch. So quite quick and simple, this bit. There we go. And then I like to sandwich my little flap. So I could sandwich it in between those two sides there. So I'm going to put a bit of, just going to use, because it's just paper, so I'm just going to use my stamp and seal. So stick that on the outside there. And then put some stamp and seal. Make sure you go all the way down to the bottom, so you've got glue on the bottom, so you've got no gaping. Get rid of that glue from there, otherwise everything else is going to stick to it. Oh, not done very well. Where's my rubber? Get it off. There we are. So now that will go over the top and cover up that flap and give just a neater look if you're looking inside there. And then I just pinched it like so, so it went in a bit. Okay, so that's the basis of that. And then the lid, I've used the biggest one of these dies, so I'm gonna cut that out of a bit of basic white. Cut that down, and I'm going to get my little die cutter because it fits nicely. Oops, she says falling all over the place. So put that in there, and run it through. Now I'm not putting that away just yet because I want it again in a second. I'm going to bring in some scrap mat. I've got my blending brush, and this is how we get that sort of ombre effect. So this will just lock nicely back into the die, and taking my polished pink, and I'm just gonna go over it with some polished pink just there on the front bit. And then it's too long for the bag, it would go all the way down to the bottom, so I'm just trying to remember what I did. So yeah, so I left 1 inch and then 1/2 inch and then about another inch, so about 2 1/4 inches. So what I did was, you see that beautiful effect you get there with a lovely white border. So we'll go in about 2 1/2 inches, so we're going back to about there, and what you'll find, only has to be rough, what you'll find is those stitches will lock in. So that's locked in now. So then I went back to my little mini die cutter and placed it on there, and then I just went through just that end bit. You can hear it cut, or you can feel it there, and we can go back out, and then that will just be that end bit cut off. So we got a short die, short tag, quite useful. Move that out of the way, running out of surface. And then I want to have that sort of ombre effect on the back again, so we'll put it back in the die, and you can feel it locking back in place. And then we just put a bit of ink around the back. Might make it a bit darker. Oops. Oh, I do apologise. Hope nobody felt a little bit icky there. So a bit more. Around the edges, and there we have that lovely effect there through doing that. So now I'm going to do a little bit of scoring on this. So put that up to the top. We're going to score at 1 inch. Then I had 1/4 of an inch along the top, and then that bit going down the back. So I'll just fold and burnish those bits. And then check which is the back, and that's where that bit is going to get glued on the back. And then this is going over the front. So just going to I'm going to put some Tombow on this because I want it to hold fast, because it's got to hold against the fold in the handbag, and it might have a little bit of resist. So that's now ready to go over, and I fastened it with a magnet. So I need to cut my little stitched flowers, and now I can't see where I put, oh there's it. So I'm going to get a little bit of polished pink, got a little scrap. So I'll just cut a little bit off of this. I need 2, so it's quite handy that you can cut 2 of these at the same time. And it's quite handy to have a little mini cut and emboss to do this with. There we are. How pretty is that? You could have yourself a little assembly line if you were going to make these for little party favours. So we want a magnet on there. So I've got some little magnets in here. I buy mine from Amazon. I don't often buy the same ones twice because they last such a long time, because I buy them in like packs of 50 or 100, and so it's like a year or more might have gone by since I last bought them, and then that seller might not be selling anymore, and so, but it's got to be the Nicodidium, whatever they are called, neodymium ones, strong ones. I do 1mm height, and they're 8mm. Sometimes I buy 8, sometimes I buy 10, depending really on what I can get, because sometimes you can't get the 8. I prefer the 8 because they're smaller diameter, and so I'm going just slightly above that hole. Now you do have a little bit of a hole on the back, so I did think about cutting another one of these flowers actually to go on the back, which I might do. So that's that, and then we put the other magnet on the back there, so that will help us find the spot where that needs to be. So we put a glue dot on the back of it, and then close our bag. And it should stick, and then we can give it a good press. And what you might find is sometimes it will pop off, but you can still see the glue dot, and then I put a bit of Tombow on it if that happens. Okay, so now we just need to stick our flower. Oh, new glue dots needed. I've got one left. I think I've got some glue dots in my glue drawer. So stick that over the top there, and stick that on. So you see, I think those go really nicely with that, and that folds over nice. And then I need another glue dot. Got some on my other desk, can't see them right now. There they are. That on top there. And then we just need to make the little handle. So I'm using a bit of this to make my handle. I think I'll straighten off that edge there. So I want 1/4 inch. I want 1/2 inch, do I have to check? I want 1/2 inch. There we go. 1/2 inch by 3. And we want to fold it in half long ways. So the easiest way to do that is to score. So I'm just putting it on my scoreboard, so it's between these two lines here. It's not my scoreboard, it's my trimmer. And then draw a line down the centre there, and so now it will fold over, so you get a nice robust handle this way. You could just do it single if you wanted to. You could do it with the DSP instead of cardstock. So I'm just going to fold that crease, and then I'm going to get a little bit of Tombow up the middle. Just glue that down. And then we just want to score 1/4 inch, yeah, 1/4 inch. So we've got a little square, 1/4 inch at which is probably easier to do 2 3/4 at that end. There we go. So just fold those over. Oh, that way actually. And then I'm just going to get my bone folder to give us the curling of the handle. And then that's just going to get stuck on top of the bag. So just need a bit of Tombow glue. On each side. Tombow does dry really quickly, which is helpful in this situation. And then I'm just going to stick that. Kind of went on the inside of the stitching. Oh, do it that way so that the seams at the back just look prettier. So hold that down there. And then that one on that side. And then the other one I finished off with pearls, but I think I might use the matching gems that come with this. So I think I put a big one on the flower, on the front, in the middle there. And I put little ones on the top. Like so, and that's my little handbag with a nice little magnetic closure. I think I am gonna just get a little flower to put on the inside. I think it wants one. So let me get a little scrap. Let me get the little dies, which I can't see now. There they are. There we go. I think that just finishes off the inside nicely. So I can use Tombow for this. Just to cover over that hole. Just hold it a bit. I glue on my fingers. So now we've got a nice little finish off there. And they're strong magnets, so they are going through that cardstock. So there, hope you like that. So need to just make sure your glue is right up to the edge there, which I haven't done, which I need to rectify so that that doesn't gape. I would normally use Tombow for this very reason. Yeah, cute little bag. So if you're having a little party, these would be nice for a little party. Little handbag favours. Very cute. Fit a little gift in. And yeah, hope you like that. Just bringing up to date an old project. Okay, all the details will be over on my blog, nigezza.co.uk. I'll link down below to my shop with all the items that I've used. So if you wish to purchase anything, you can. Okay, bye for now.